So hello and welcome to another video, and in this video we will be taking a look at Visual Studio Codespaces. It was formerly known as Visual Studio Codespaces, but now it is known as GitHub Codespaces. So what is actually Codespaces? Codespaces is a Visual Studio Code instance running on another server or at Microsoft or at GitHub, where you can code inside of your web browser, and you don't need to run Visual Studio Code on your machine, nor the apps, nor the terminal itself. So let's take a look at how. Now, as you can see, your instant dev environment, which means that whenever you want to edit some code and you don't want to clone the repository, you don't want to download the zip file and then open it up in Visual Studio Code, you can just open it Codespaces and then it will do its job, and then you can just edit your edit the thing that you want, and then you can request early access because it is still in beta. That means it's still under development, so you can just request early access like I did, because it is free for now while it's in beta, and then it will be paid. So that's the thing. And then you can take a look at what it offers on this site. I'll leave this link in the description below. So once that is done, I got access to GitHub Codespaces. So let's just start. So first of all, create a first Codespace. Let me first clone, or let me just fork the create react app repository so that I can just edit it. Okay, so now let's create a React application inside of GitHub Codespaces. So what I did is actually I created a Codespaces demo React GitHub repository, and you should do the same. And once you do that, if I go to code and then I can just select open with Codespaces. Now it says no active Codespaces, so you need to create a new Codespace, and let's wait till it now it will open it up. It will start the Codespaces. Now it can take a while, it can take maybe some minutes to set up, because Codespaces, it's not the first time I am opening up Codespaces, so it might not take a lot in my case, but it might take a lot in your case. So some minutes for the first time. So now as you can see, it is, it looks just like Visual Studio Code, and it is amazing. You don't need to download VS Code, you don't need to, you have access to everything, almost everything. You have extensions, it's like a server that's on GitHub that you can use right over here. Now they have npm installed by default, so you don't need to install it. Let's see, what does this mean? Help improve VS Code. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we can do. So we have our file readme.md. Now this is the light theme, this is the default theme which comes over here. I can change it later on, but for now let's open up the terminal. So here is our menu. It took me a while to see where is our menu, so it was not on the top. So let's create a new terminal, and the terminal is bash by default, or I think it is, I don't know if it is bash. It was bash in my case, so it can be different in your case. Now as you can see, it is starting, so for the first time it can take a while. Let's close unnecessary tabs. So now as you can see, we have a bunch of notifications right over here. Now the notifications are here because when I first visited here, it actually synchronized all of my extensions, all of my settings from Visual Studio Code itself, and then it showed them here. Let me first of all full screen it so that we get the whole experience. So it actually synchronized everything, and now it is showing me, when I am visiting here again, I've created a new Codespace, so it shows me these notifications. So this is our theme right now. This is GitHub dark theme, I guess. Let me just check in the color theme, GitHub dark, as you can see. So now as you can see, it flickers a bit. So in my case it flickers, in your case maybe it didn't, there can be difference. So as you can see, this is, that's why it's still in beta. So let's go to the terminal and let's create a React app. So I can just say npx create dash react dash app and then the name of my app. So I'm just gonna say demo app, just like that. And now we have npm and node.js installed on Codespaces, so you don't need to install it your way. So that's gonna do that. So now we have our React application set up. Now what I can just do is I can just go ahead and go to the demo app directory, and then I can just say yarn start or npm start, whatever you you use yarn or npm, it's your wish. So now it will spin up the development server and it will give you a really nice URL where you can see, okay, as you can see, so localhost 3000 has been forwarded to this locally. So what I can do is I can just open in browser. So that's gonna open up a new tab inside of your web browser. Let me just open up a new window and let's full screen back. Okay, so we have our React app running. Now this was faster, actually this was faster than whenever I ran my React app. So this was faster than that. So let's go inside of here and let's go into the src folder and let's go into app.js and let's remove everything, and let's just say, as you can see, it flickers a bit and that's an issue. And let's create an h1 tag that says hello world, and then let's create an h3 tag that says I am a React app built in or developed in GitHub Codespaces. Hit save, and now it flickers a lot and then it reloads. So now when I refreshed this page, it gave me this text. So you can pretty much work on your projects from GitHub Codespaces, and that's nice. I think it's nice, but it's a bit tedious to work with. This flickering environment for me, and you also have access to the extensions, and I have these extensions installed right now because I actually, when I launched it for the first time, it synchronized all of my extensions, and that's nice. So the GitHub dark theme is also really nice. You can just check it out if you want, and the integration to GitHub is also really nice. Let's just take a look. So as you can see, all of this stuff right here, I can just say created a React app using CRA, and then I can stage all the changes, and then yes, and then I can, after committing, I can just sync these changes. So with VS Codes or with the GitHub Codespaces work, it's a really nice thing to work with it. And now if we take a look at the repository, let me just open up the repository really quick. So now here, as you can see, we have our demo app directory created. If I open this up, I get all of the things. I get this readme by create React app, and you can just use GitHub Codespaces for that. And yeah, if you want to see about what is the price of Codespaces, about billing for Codespaces, so you can check out this site. I'll leave this link in the description below as well. So here you have some prices or the rates of, depending on which virtual machine you choose or which server you choose. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you like it. Give it a like if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. Finally, thanks for watching.